Up next, the Timberwolves taking on the Warriors. For Minnesota, they have been building confidence with each and every game. Every team they face knows they in turn have to bring their best if they expect to beat them. Warriors, Timberwolves, coming right up after this. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. The two towering figures inside for him, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the three, the small forward. And for Golden State, the championship core of the Warriors is out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt, with Green working at power forward. Wiggins is out there with Looney. You know, in the early stages of the season, Brent, what's something the front office is looking for in regards to their team?
Well, I think it's all the strategy and time that went into building this roster. If those things are starting to show themselves, even small flashes of indications that the team is growing together and has the capability of getting where you want them to go.
Now here is Conley. He kicks it to Gobert. 4 on the shot clock. Towns, no luck. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Pulls it up. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Curry's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Warriors. Pass to Conley. Back to Edwards. Right wing. Now McDaniels. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
That free throw, no good. Man, Brent, just when everyone thought the Warriors' glory was over, they reached the pinnacle again, didn't they?
Man, what an unbelievable response in the 2021-22 season. The Warriors winning it all again. Never count this core group out. I mean, you just can't do it. That's what greatness does for you. We all learned the hard way that the Warriors will be around for a little while.
Now, here's Curry. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. Good on the shot. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Curry's so good at working the angles inside, just adapting to the situation.
Here is Edwards. Passes it to Towns. Back to Edwards. Takes the three. And it's Curry with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Over in the corner, Looney. Wiggins against Gobert. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And Wiggins showing a bit of strength, even with that frame of his, able to take the punishment and still get the score.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw tonight.
Pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Andrew Wiggins.
On the free throw, no good.
And Andrew Wiggins came into this league as such a special talent. It's so great to see all of that blossoming this far into his career.
Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Looney finds Green. It's Curry outside. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
And, you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
Here's Towns. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
Curry looking around. Higgins outside. Outside for Curry. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Stephen Curry. Timberwolves trail by 3.
And Brent, Steph Curry has so much love for this game. He's a true ambassador for the sport.
Well, with Steph, anything that he touches seems to turn to gold. I mean, he loves hoops no matter what it is. Supports the women's games. He's involved with youth athletics in the Bay Area and back home in Charlotte. And this guy just loves to see the sport grow as much as he has.
Here's Green. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Thompson finds Curry. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 7.
Shots are just flowing through him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Conley the pass to Edwards. Now Gobert. The pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Gobert trying to get open. A nice shot by McDaniels.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
Now here's Curry. He has 7.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
On the wing, Thompson. Edwards defending. Thompson in the post. Edwards there. Thompson with the bucket.
And how about Clay just digging deep and pushing his way past the defense that time to get that one in.
Here's Conley, and again it's Minnesota.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Conley against Curry. Over to the wing. Mooney down low, defended by Gobert. Thompson dishes to Curry. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The Timberwolves trail. Edwards inside, working on Thompson. Edwards, that's good.
And unbothered by the contact inside, Edwards plays the game with so much physicality.
Curry kicks to Green. Fires the 3. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Green. He's got 10.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Pass to McDaniels. And here's Towns. Guarded by Green. Fades. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Now here's Thompson. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
Curry excellent at reading the defense and taking advantage of any mistake.
The Warriors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That's good from Stephen Curry.
And more artwork from the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Curry making it look easy.
Some changes for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Brown in for McDaniels. So he gets them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Edwards looking it over. A 3-ball connects from 3-point range. Edwards got his second bucket of the night.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Warriors lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
The Warriors lead it. And it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to cement himself, Greg, as Minnesota's franchise player.
He is one of the best young players in the league with clear superstar potential. The future of the Timberwolves starts with Edwards.
The post pair for him. It's Green and Looney. Stephen Curry's out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Conley's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Here's Curry. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. On the wing, Wiggins. Lock at 6. Looney kicks to Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Curry can't get it to go.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
And it's Brown missing. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. Here's Curry. Curry crashes inside.
Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
Here's Anderson. Scoreless thus far. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting a look.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
Gobert is checked in for Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Brown. Curry with the steal. Green inside, defended by Towns. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Golden State basketball.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Minnesota, third best record here in the early going. And, of course, there's the Warriors, 2.5 games back.
And for the Warriors, they haven't packed any big surprises into the early part of this season. They're right in the middle of the NBA's pecking order.
And based on their early returns, it's really hard to see that position changing very much in one direction or another. I see them as a team that's right there in the middle of the pack, but not one that's ready to make any leap this year.
And, Greg, when they talk about youth development, the days are gone when coaches divided guards and bigs when it comes to skill work. When did that change?
It's kind of a recent development, maybe the last 10 or 15 years, but it's amazing how the game has evolved. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back.
Nothing to force here. Wiggins patient, and he found the open man.
Out left to the wing. Towns against Green. Can they get it? Towns, no luck. Warriors leading by 9. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Golden State Warriors have made the transformation from a league doormat to an all-time champion since the turn of the century. Now, some sources say that the Warriors are the most valuable franchise in the NBA, and right there amongst the most valuable in the world. New ownership, a new arena, they've made a difference to be sure, but make no mistake, Stephen Curry has been the linchpin. Guys?
Absolutely, no doubt. D.A., thank you. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Kuminga's come in for the Warriors. Thompson comes in for Payton, and then for Minnesota. McDaniels, he's checked in for Anderson, and it's Shake Milton in for Mike Conley. And the new CBA challenging the top spending teams, Brent. That certainly affects the Warriors, doesn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, the roster is not getting any younger, but it is getting more expensive. So to sustain that kind of payroll, especially with the way the tax system is set up, it's something the Warriors are just going to have to deal with at some point and make some very critical decisions around what this roster is going to look like.
Warriors leading by 8. Outside Curry. Pass to Looney. Milton against Curry. Back to Looney. Outside Curry. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Timberwolves trail by 10.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Milton. 1:49 left here in the second. Just 5 to shoot. That one doesn't drop.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The drive by Thompson, and Curry has it in the corner. Back to Thompson. Curry on the wing. It's tipped. Outside Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
And great strength and body control from Edwards. Able to finish through the contact.
Minnesota foul.
Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Monday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Reed's checked in. That one is no good. And last season, the Warriors' so-called two-timeline approach seemed to fall flat. Didn't you think,
And whether it was chemistry or younger players still growing into their roles, the Warriors are now clear. There's only one timeline, and that's Steph Curry.
Now, here's Milton. 8 points his last outing. And here is McDaniel. The feed now to Towns. Over Wiggins. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Karl Anthony Towns.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Looney. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Looney's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. McDaniels kicks to Reed. For 3, Edwards. And he's good on the 3-ball. 10 points for him.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
On its way from Curry for 2, and it's McDaniels with the rebound. Here's Milton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Assistant.
And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Warriors ahead, up by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if we can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
This is what the home fan loves to see. Their squad coming out and putting together strong performance. We'll see a couple individual standouts, but what really stand out is how hard they work and how they work together.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
They need to play with better energy on D. Some of these guys were going to sleep out there. Anyway, they've allowed over 50% shooting. Gave up way too many open looks. I'm sure they hear that in the locker room. Maybe they'll come out angry.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Towns and Gobert hold down the post for him. Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Edwards can't hit.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Kuminga. Thompson. There's Looney. Gobert with the block.
And there's a reason Gobert has led the league in block shots.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Warriors. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Thompson kicks to Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Paul's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Warriors. And certainly flying under the radar this summer was Chris Paul's move to the Golden State Warriors, GA. That is a very interesting move.
Yeah, Paul was on the outs in Phoenix, and after a brief stop in D.C., ended up with the Warriors. Once was a heated rival of the franchise, but that's how fast things can change.
Conley gets the bucket.
And this is Conley's game. Just terrific with that mid-range. The D has to be much more concerned.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Steph Curry has changed the game, but he's going to be hard to emulate. Steve Kerr says he has maybe the best hand-eye coordination in the world. Coach is not bad in his own right as the career leader in three-point percentage, but in their free throw competitions, Steve says he swishes everything. The guy's annoying. I can't beat him. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Now, here's McDaniels. After the miss from Klay Thompson. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Anderson, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Kyle Anderson.
Here's Conley. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Conley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And a little contact on the shot, but Conley with the laser focus on the finish.
Ball goes in, lays it up, and banks it in. And the Warriors lead by 4.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Conley, the pass to Anderson. Back to Towns. Conley against Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Steps back and fires. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Draymond Green, who's checked in for Golden State.
Now into the lineup for your Warriors, Draymond Green.
Warriors leading by 4. Ball looking over the floor. The pass to Looney. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Conley, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Assisted by
the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Paul kicks it to Looney. Over Gobert. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And the Warriors miss again.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Paul dishes to Green. Kicks it to Paul. Thompson in the corner. Shot clock at 5. And it's off from three-point range.
Remaining in the third.
Timberwolves have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Anderson outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Kyle Anderson getting physical with the defense that time. That helps him draw the contact.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
Stephen Curry's checked in for the Warriors. Minnesota also making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Troy Brown comes in for Towns. And it's Shake Milton in for Mike Conley. Stolen by Reid. To the middle. Here's Anderson. Green with the block.
And Green plays with tremendous edge on the defensive end of the floor.
Curry passes to Looney. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Looney's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Reid gets the bucket. Reid's got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And you think about Klay Thompson's career, Brent, an incredibly resilient player. Look at all he's overcome.
You think about those injury cards dealt out to Klay. Well, here's an ACL. Not only that, he gets the Achilles card. So he did it twice, and he continues to play at a high level.
The first free throw is good.
There's so many little things that Klay Thompson does for his team that go unnoticed. Trust me, they're not unappreciated.
And so Thompson nails both of them. For Minnesota, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Edwards kicks to Reid. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Ball to Minnesota.
.34 seconds left in the third. Anderson wide open from outside off the mark. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Down low, deflects the pass, and taken away by Brown. Anderson inside, working on Green. Outside, Edwards. Softly drops in the floater. Edwards got 14 points.
Excellent touch on the floater. Edwards is such a dynamic offensive talent.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Timberwolves on top as they end the third quarter on a 14-6 run. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The championship core of the Warriors is out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green working at power forward. Kevon Looney out there with Andrew Wiggins. That's the Warriors' 5. Now here's Conley, 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by Curry. Curry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Looney. Back to Curry. Stolen by Conley. Gobert, the pass to Conley. Drives to the hoop. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Oh, savvy veteran Conley. Driving inside and knowing how to angle his body to draw contact.
Mike Conley.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Curry outside. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Conley's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Draymond Green patient enough to know when his teammates are running around, at some point one's going to break open, then he finds him.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Conley against Curry. Bounce pass Conley. Has to Gobert. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Not a whole lot you can do. Even when Gobert is under pressure, he finds a way to finish.
Rudy Gobert.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys.
Thank you, David. Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. To the inside. Looney. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Edwards. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Edwards got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
Now here's Wiggins. Gobert with the block. And Edwards with the stop.
He can take off from anywhere at any time. Edwards always a threat.
Conley against Curry. Wiggins left side. Curry kicks to Wiggins to end the run. Curry is inside. McDaniels defending.
That was a clever move to try to lose the defender in midair there, even if he didn't knock down the shot.
It's stolen by Green. Thompson against Edwards. Left side Curry. Oh, nothing phases Curry.
And that's Curry showing some of that toughness, not going to shy away from contact.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Conley finds McDaniel. Inside. And the basket by Gobert. Gobert's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Curry gets it to go inside.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Minnesota leading by 6.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Conley the pass to McDaniels. He kicks it to Edwards. Back to McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And Anthony Edwards gets the 3. Edwards got 21 in the game.
And the touch on Edwards' shot is really nice. Gives it just enough power to drop in.
Passes it to Curry. Wiggins, right side. Stolen by Conley. It's stolen by Curry. Over Conley. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so, really a lot of pressure on the defense.
I definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Edwards.
It felt like there was more than one of them out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Brown, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Jake Milton in for Mike Conley. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
3rd team foul.
24 seconds left in the 4th. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it goes down 2 points. Reed's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Now, here's Milton. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Mike, they were rolling, but you all responded. How did you do it?
Well, defensively, we just turned it up a notch. You know, those guys were in a comfort zone, but we did a good job of just locking back in defensively, getting back on the offensive end, and making extra passes and making extra plays.
That attention to detail showed in the win, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.